At the start, I want to say that it's remarkable that the main opposition party had 4 or 5 speakers already, just had Solidarity, People Before Profit speakers. None of them mentioned the fact that 2 Irish citizens were murdered by Hamas. None of them mentioned their names. Kim Damty was 22 and Emily Hand was 8. If we're to have a debate on what's going on at the moment and what's happened over the last 10 days, some of which I agree with you on, you could at least be respectful of their memory. Emily's offence was to live on a kibbutz in southern Israel with her mother. Kim's offence was to be a 22-year-old at a music festival where up to 300 people were slaughtered, and many will have seen the images of the gliders coming in from Gaza, like some sci-fi terror movie, and landing and just butchering them barbarically. I find it absolutely amazing that in the discussion on Palestine and Israel, that even the Irish citizens who've been killed cannot be acknowledged by the opposition. I think it's a shame, and I know you, Deputy Boyd Barrett, for years, and I think you're a genuine, decent person. But why you can't, if this happened anywhere else in the world, in any of the other conflict hotspots, we would rightly be on the streets holding vigils in memory of those 2 young women who were butchered. There's a few other things I want to say, and I want to agree with Deputy Gino Kelly in particular. He said that about a political solution being the only solution, and he's right. A political solution is the only solution. But from the state of Israel, with the history that they've had, the living memory, including a number of Holocaust survivors who were slaughtered 10 days ago. Imagine surviving the death camps and then being killed by the guys coming in on the gliders from Gaza. Sinn Féin were at pains, by the way, to point out in their comments that the state of Israel has the right to defend itself. Defending itself means taking out the Hamas people who are waiting to kill them again in 2 weeks' time. That's what it means. And my agreement with Deputy Gino Kelly stems from this. If Hamas give up the 200 hostages, not an unreasonable request, many of them children, like children being held, and they're recording themselves on social media with these children whose crime, by the way, is to be Jewish primarily, although it should be pointed out that in the Hamas attack, many Palestinian Israelis were killed. They didn't go around checking people's religion. But if they give up the hostages, if they made some effort, at least to the ones that have been recorded and seen, at handing over some of the terrorists, then that might be a genuine effort to achieve a result, a political result, and avoid conflict in Gaza. I fully agree that if Israel indiscriminately bombs Gaza, that it is in breach of international law and completely unacceptable. However, you can't say that on the one hand, and then on the other hand say that if Israel gives a warning to civilians to leave, that it's also guilty of genocide because of forced transfer. If you give warning in advance and you say that Israel has the right to defend itself, you didn't say it. You didn't say it. Others have said it. Israel does, and it's the primary function of any nation to defend its citizens from attack. And in this question, as on many others in debates on Israel and Palestine in this country, we have no debate in Ireland. We have no media scrutiny in Ireland. Everyone screams on the one side as if it's a one-sided, simple, populist issue that you can find an answer to.